Welcome to Real Estate with Ryan. So excited to be with you on a Saturday. And what's better than a Saturday? It's football time in East Tennessee, and we're excited to be with you. Excited about a big win last week. So excited. Had a great holiday. Couldn't be with you last week, so we had to run a rerun. I want to be honest, but it was a good one, and I hope you guys had a chance to listen. I had some of my great clients call in. It was really time specific with where we're at in the season. It's cost segregation. If you didn't have a chance to listen to it, you can find us on social media and watch a rerun on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We're talking about cost segregation, and you investors know it's tax time. They got the 87,000 IRS agents coming for you. So I figured it was a good show. My team wanted to put it out there, and you guys listen to it because it allows you with real estate to depreciate any kind of investment that you purchase, investment real estate. Obviously, get with your CPA, but it's a good show. If you happen to miss it, don't worry. We've got it on social media for you. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We've got it there for you. Watch it at your leisure, or you can check us on our podcast. So a lot of things going on. Very, very busy. The real estate market is on fire over here. Fall is our busiest time next to spring and summer. We're busy all the way throughout the year. As you know, the real estate market is ever changing. So we got some news for you. Let's talk about some interest rates. What's going on in the market as a whole? As we know, the market's a little bit different than it was a couple months ago. Rates are about 5.95 on a 30-year fixed average across the board. 15-year rate, 5.18. And then we got a 10-year fixed at 5.25. And now, ARMs are being very popular. ARMs are adjustable every year, and they're coming in at 4.42. So there's a lot of options out there. There's a lot of uncertainty in the real estate market. That's okay. That's why we have this show every week. We talk about it. We tell you what's going on in your local market. And if you're tuning in to the first time, don't worry. My name is Ryan Coleman, Hometown Realty. And if I hadn't had a chance to meet you, if you hadn't seen us on TV or watched this show, we do this little show called Real Estate with Ryan, where every week we talk about the Knoxville surrounding market. And we talk all things real estate. No politics, none of that on here. We just have fun talking about why we love real estate, helping great clients, and hopefully bring you good shows every week that you can use if you're thinking about buying or selling. Obviously, we love to help you, but there's a lot of great agents in our marketplace as well that can help you throughout the process in this ever-changing real estate market. So I have a great show for you. And this is something that we're working with some great clients now. And it's the biggest real estate catch-22. It's the most challenge that if you're a homeowner that we've seen as the first part of the year. What's your biggest challenge? Well, the biggest challenge was, Ryan, I'm going to sell my home, but where am I going to find something? Where am I going to go? Where am I going to go? There's no inventory. Well, now inventory is increasing a little bit. We have about 3,700 homes in the market. But still the challenge, and it will always be a challenge, would be what? I've got to list my home, or I've got to sell it, and then I've got to find somewhere to go. And then, Ryan, how do I get it all done in the same day? Or do I sell mine first, then I rent, and then move into the next house? Or what if my home's being built? I got new construction, and with supplies and everything going on, I'm delayed. Those are all great questions. We're going to cover all that and so much more with Real Estate with Ryan, how to buy and sell a home on the same day. And we're going to cover it, and we do it every day, all throughout the year. And fall is no other exception. It's the greatest time, I think, really in East Tennessee. And we love our fall market as we go into the holidays. It's where some of our homes just really show the most. They show the best. And before we get too far in the show, I'll get going. I've got to say some congrats. Got some new listings, new information going on. And here we go. We'll jump right into it. So new listing in Tellico, 142 Oluna Way. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. And then, of course, we've got, that's a single level basement home, basement level rancher with 2-car garage. And let's see, coming soon. So we're out 2 weeks on that. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. Beautiful community. Make sure you check that out on our website. 1616 Gillespie. That's close. I mean, pretty close. That's in downtown, 37917. Totally renovated building there that they've done. Really nice job. Owner did some nice custom tile work. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-story home. Make sure you check that out. 312 Northview Drive. Great property in Straw Plains area, Jeff County. Make sure you want to go look at that property. That's for you guys that are investors, need a little investor special, a little TLC. Well, we got one for you there. Needs a little elbow grease. Elbow grease? Yeah, why not? I mean, it's got a lot of opportunity. Great land, needs a little work, needs a little carpeting, a little paint, but it's below market value. A true great value in today's market. It's hard to find these properties. Don't expect that to last long at $330,000. Fourplex, you investors, you're out there listening to the show. You're into multifamily. We've got one on Wrights Ferry Road in Louisville. It's a 4-unit with great potential to increase rates on the rents and also do a little renovation, have some equity there for you. So make sure you check that one out. Luxury listing out on Dentville, 657 Dentville, $3 million on the Hiwassee River. It's a beautiful home. Make sure you check that property out. We got some pendings. Congratulations to our great clients on Webster Drive and Hall, Colossal and Coreyton. Under contract, 301 Browder Street, 1 day on the market. Boom, Sweetwater, that's under contract. Park Lane sold, and Old Highway and Speedwell. So we've been busy. And thank you for your great clients that if you're coming through the radio show or a variety of ways, I really appreciate you. We know that we can't do this without you guys. You're the backbone of our whole business, and it's always about you guys. So hope you're enjoying this show. As you know, it's football time, as I said, and we've got our new commercial out with Hendon Hooker out on the TV airways that came out last weekend. So if you're around town or if you see us on social media, tell us what you think. We did a good job. Had a chance to spend a little time with Hendon. Great young man. Spent time with him and just really nice young man. And wishing him all the success. Had a great first game. The Vols looked really good. And excited for the year we're going to have. Okay, let's talk about buying and selling, getting into the show before I start rambling and on a break here. But, the biggest challenge we have when we start moving in the real estate market is that hey, Ryan, come sell my house, but I don't have anywhere to go. You talk about that all the time. What are we going to do now? Well, that's why we talk about the process. And one of the most experiencing things that is never that easy. I've got a great client that we've got under contract, and unfortunately, things happen. They just fell through. Actually had 2 of them that happened. And I tell you these stories because these things happen. The market starts changing as we're seeing with the economy. What does that mean for us as consumers, or if we're thinking about selling this year or in the first part of next year? What it means is that as the market gets a little bit nervous, the lenders are going to tighten down. And when the lenders tighten down, you're going to see fall throughs a lot more. Things that would have never happened in the first part of the year. It's kind of like deals just kind of going through, appraisals hit their numbers, right? No issues, no repairs. It's kind of like everybody's got the memo. Everybody's tuned into the news, and the banks say, hey, appraisers and everybody else, I need you to look at these. And they're guidelines. And, lender guidelines change as the market changes. So expect to see tightening of credit, tightening of income, tightening of self-employed people, and then, of course, property values. One of the biggest things we see in a market that changes is that property values are, comparables are usually, you say, well, Ryan, what's comparables? But, in the real estate term, when we sell a property, how the value is determined is comparison shopping. It's the easiest thing that we do. We say, well, I have a 2-story in Halls, right? I've got a 2-car garage, a 4-bedroom, and I'm going to compare my house with that comparable in the area. That's how buyers determine value all the time. Well, the banks and the appraisers come out and they do the same thing to a certain degree. But, most of the time they would go back for 12 months. Well, the market's changing. So what used to be 12 months of sales, now it's 3 months of sales. It could be 60 days. Well, there's a lot of things changing. And so the banks are looking for the most relative value that would reflect today's current conditions. Now, what do you do when you have limited sales? or limited comparables, that those homes are not just like yours, that the upgrades that your home has, that one didn't, but the appraiser wants to use yours. So all these things would come into challenges as we have the market tightening. So that makes it very challenging for when you're selling and putting your home on the market. These are some things that a great agent's going to walk you through, and hopefully to make sure when we price our home that we're not overpricing it, but put it at a value that's going to pass the appraisal. First step we're going to start with before we kind of go into the break is schedule. We need to plan your schedule. You got to get with a great agent. Hey, I know a couple guys right here. I know a team that can help you in the process, and have that initial meeting. We encourage everybody as we go into the break to give our office a call, whether you're starting now or next year. Make the first call. Look, we got so much more in the show. Stay with us as we approach the break.
Success is achieved on the practice field. This is where I perfect my craft. It's hours of preparation to ensure that I am game ready.
Real estate's no different. It takes preparation and a solid game plan to achieve the best results.
Whether you're watching a game
or buying or selling a home, trust your hometown experts.
Hometown Realty is East Tennessee's #1 real estate group and a proud sponsor of the Vols.
I'm Ryan Coleman with Hometown Realty. The real estate market's changing every day. You need to know your home's value in today's market. Text your home address to 290-2290 for an instant, no obligation home evaluation. That's 865-290-2290. And remember, when you're ready to sell, we have a guaranteed sale program to get you in your next home stress-free. Trust your hometown experts. We've helped thousands of people just like you. All right, thank you guys for tuning back into Real Estate with Ryan. As you know, it's a busy time around here, and we're talking about how to buy or sell a home. Close them on the same day. Is that still possible? Can we do that? Have some of my great sellers, I say they're so sweet. Haven't bought and sold a home in a while. And they say, well, Ryan, do I have to be out in 30 days after? And no, it's, unfortunately, they want you out as soon as they give you the cash. So we're going to talk about all that and try to fit all this into the second half. But before we go too far, we've got our Tennessee update, our Vol update. Quick 60-second. All right, drum roll, please. Here we go. All right. As you know, the Vols are ranked 24th in the USA Today poll. We're playing Pittsburgh, Johnny Majors Classic, 3:30 on, is it CBS or I'm not sure. I think it's ESPN. But anyway, check your local listings for that. Hendon Hooker last week had 221 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns. Hope to have a repeat performance of that and maybe even greater for Hendon and the Vols. We're so excited about them and so much going on. Make sure we check them out Saturday. You may be busy. Listen to Real Estate with Ryan first. Then we'll check out the game at 3:30. Perfect opportunity. And if you're listening for the first time on the radio, you can find us at 11 o'clock on Talk Radio, 92.3 FM, and of course, 98.7 at 1 o'clock. All right, Talk Radio, and then 98.7. So we're talking about how to buy and sell a home. A lot going on. One of the most stressful things that people, I don't think that they understand, when you buy and sell a home, it can get very stressful, especially if things start going sideways. And we talked about in the first part of the show that the first part is that the tightening of the market, regulation, everything that we're seeing that we didn't see the first part of the year, that we're going to probably experience that. And things that we wouldn't have seen before with the appraisals and things that just had a couple deals fall through are going to happen. And we've got to be able to know how to put those back together, put them back into contract, have communications. I tell my team it's everything. We were doing this commercial a couple weeks ago. It was a lot of work. It was emotional work, but it's teamwork, and kind of some of our commercial was the same thing. Kind of what goes on the football field is behind the scenes in our real estate division. And you're going to see that where teamwork is everything. Not one person, not one man can do it all. And we need a great team. Well, I can tell you now, as the real estate market has changed some, there's never a better time for an opportunity for a great team to help you, because it's stressful. That old saying, if mama's not happy, nobody is. Well, that's a true statement. It happens around my house. So we don't want to get mama upset when they're buying and selling. I'll pick on Nick, our marketing director. I hope he didn't mind, but he always gets thrown into this show. He just had some sweet babies, and we never want mama upset. So the last thing we want to be doing is getting mama upset. But you can do that very easily when you're buying and selling a house. Why? Because there's so many opportunities for things not to go right. And the market's changing. So we're going to talk about these tips, and I'm hopefully going to help you, walk you from start to finish, and kind of prepare you that if you're thinking about buying or selling, how we can make this an easy process. Preparation's everything. Preparing for the day is, having that meeting. As I was talking about the first part of the show, we have some great tools that are available on our website. Our website, by the way, is ryancoleman.org. And it's always where we have a conversation, because that process can be lengthy. That process can go really quick, or it could take several months. And you want to know now where our values are. We want to know what we need to do to the home. Do we need to have it staged? Do we need to declutter? What's some suggestions? And a lot of that can't be done, over the phone. And at the same time, you probably want to have a great relationship with your agent, because they're your best asset in today's market. A great agent in your corner is everything. They're going to be your eyes, your ears. They're going to be your teamwork. And together, we can have a plan. The biggest thing we want to know when helping people is, why are you doing what you're doing? Why are we selling? What's important? And I think that's our goal when we talk about buying or selling. What's important in this move? Are we downsizing? Is that house just really too much? Maybe we're taking advantage of the market while we're still in a great opportunity as a seller, and we want to go ahead and sell the property before maybe things change. Maybe we have a tenant that's leaving, and it's just a perfect opportunity, like we have our great friends in Teleco. And it's just an opportunity that we're going to sell, and we want to do it now while the market's great. And then I really tell you, and I was telling my great sellers, there's never a better time to sell in fall. The leaves start changing. Smoky Mountains are beautiful. We still have so many people that are relocating across the U.S. through here. And we get flooded with the amount of calls and people that my marketing team's working on. So rest assured, I think we're going to be just fine as we approach the fall market, fourth quarter of the year. But it's preparation. What's your timeline? What's your budget? Budget now is more important than ever. Staying in budget and understanding that homes are on the market. There may be opportunities that we didn't have. And then how to prepare that transition at once, okay? Talk about getting your home on the market. It's everything on price. It's always been prices. Let's face it. We'll laugh. You guys may laugh with me. I've never met a seller that didn't want as much money for the property that they could get, right? That's our goal. Get as much as we can get. But guys, I've never met a buyer that didn't want a deal. We all want that. And that's so important. But what we've got to do in pricing when the market's changing, we really got to study what things are pending, what buyers are paying for in today's market. And we really got to put the pricing so we can have great conversation, great viewings, great showings. And if we're not getting that, then maybe we need to revisit pricing. So all these things that we talk about, selling your home, finding a new one. Well, I'll tell you, one of the biggest things that we can see now is that contingencies are great. I'm doing so many more contingent offers where we have an opportunity to make a contingent offer that we find the next one, and it's contingent of putting our home under contract. We just did this multiple times. And believe it or not, in the spring market, we never had these conversations. But guess what now? We've got opportunities. It's okay. It's okay to understand that in a normal market, it may take a couple weeks or a month to get it under contract. Contingencies are really a great option. And talk with your agent, if not, about a first right of refusal. Basically, what that means is with the first right of refusal, if my house is going to sell really, really quickly, hopefully a couple weeks, it gives me the first right on your property. And if I secure an offer, or maybe you get a better offer within the time frame, I've got 24 to 40 hours to make a decision to hopefully get my home under contract. So we've got all kinds of options that we're seeing, which are really good. Our great friend Dave Ramsey, he's big on making sure we're not doing things that will be bad moves, financial moves. He's not going to suggest, and we're not going to say bridge loans are the best unless you're financially secure on those. HELOCs are not always the best option. HELOCs, which are your home equity loans, right? Why they're not? Because the market's changing. And when the banks get nervous, they want to shut HELOCs down. And so if you put all your eggs in one basket for a home equity line, that becomes challenging. And so not always the best to do that there. And they can be very expensive. So sometimes opportunities are there. Obviously, when you're buying or selling a home in today's market, there's a lot of moving parts. I've had a lot of my great clients that have the ability to put their home on the market. And then you know what? They have the ability to close with 2 homes. But as the market changes, maybe that's an option so you don't lose your property. But is it the best option for you? Because when the market's doing a little bit of a change, maybe we want to think about that. Okay. One of the most important things to think about is getting pre-approved. We want to be prepared for our next home. We want to have our mortgage ready. We want to have all our paperwork to our lender through the process and make sure that we have all that taken care of. So when we're able to close, we're not getting stressed. We're not doing paperwork for the lender. Then your realtor's calling you for more paperwork. Then we got to do an inspection. Then we got to get movers. Then we got to get school situated. You can see how we can plan to eliminate some stress. And a lot of times we put in the contracts that are very contingent. So make sure you have in your contracts that they're contingent on your house closing. So if I'm selling 123 Main Street and I'm moving to Loudoun, I want to make sure 123 Main Street, that if for some reason Main Street doesn't close, that I'm not homeless. That's the real estate catch-22. We don't want you to be a homeless. You'll laugh. You may have seen my commercials. We don't want you in the hotel. We don't want that to happen. So make sure you have the contingencies in front. If you do any first right of refusals or you're putting those things in the contract, make sure you're not paying inspections and things that you don't need to until you get your home under contract. There's no easy answer. The best answer is give us a call, get a great agent in your corner, help you work you from start to finish, and then have that teamwork all the way from getting your home under contract, hopefully to a successful closing for both parties. Hope you've enjoyed this show. It goes quicker than I expect. If you need us, it's the best number in real estate. It's 693-SOLD or RyanColeman.org. Have a great weekend, guys. See you later.